Hi guys, Paul at PABrewNews here with Sweetwater's Strange Strain. This is their 420 strain G13 IPA, coming in at 6% alcohol by volume. Apparently, it's supposed to be a hemped up flavor compound of an IPA. It's not a THC or anything there, whatever the hell it's called, addition. It's just they added different, they already danked it up and then added other hops to it that dank it up a little bit more, get the funk, get the icky with the sticky, that kind of smell. So let's crack it open like the crazy, there we go, little cap on there. Show you the bottle again. Just hazy as hell. Look at that. All right, but nice little pinky of fluffy white head. Let's get an aroma. It actually reminds me of a little like Day Rank, the 2X bitter. A lot of hedgerow, a lot of herbal quality coming out of this. Reminds me of very weediness, and not talking about like hemp weed, but like weediness as those hedgerow kind of weeds. Definitely has like I said, reminiscent of certain Belgian hops, give you a very floral, weedy quality. Not pulling a lot of dankness out of this, as far as, when you get the pineapple, you get those grapefruits with a big dank back to it. You're getting a lot of herbal weed qualities. I'm not talking about pot, I'm saying weeds. The hedgerow kind of weeds that you get a lot of in Belgian IPAs. It smells very Belgian IPA forward. As to give you an example of what I'm smelling right now. Let's get into this. Cheers. Strange, because now it's I'm getting hit with that really bitey, earthy pine back, but those weeds that are in front of it, those weedy notes, are not letting that pine come through, unfortunately. There might be chaos coming because the kids, because I didn't tell them I was doing a review. Okay, if you like the hedgerow herbal, weedy quality that you get in a lot of Belgian IPAs, you'll enjoy this beer. However, it's not very dynamic. It's not coming off with anything else to back all that weedy, I guess they want to call it, hemp dankness up. I've had, that Waldo's Extra Special was very much more on the pot side of dank weediness than this is. This is more Belgian hedgerow weeds. It's a little bit watery, a little bit bready. There's not a lot of other things going off. There's not a lot of fruit characters or anything coming through this either. Weedy. I hit a dankness in the back there. Not pulling really any defined pine. Yep, just tastes like a boring Belgian pale ale. Again, if you guys want to shoot for the lowest common denominator all the time, I guess this is what happens. Whatever, fuck it. I don't smoke pot. I don't give a fuck. I get high on killing hookers, of course. Anyway, I don't have them. Yeah, where's my water pipe? I guess you can't call them bongs. People get offended that I call them water pipes. Yeah, just not into it. Boring beer. It's a boring beer. I don't know why you want to. I just don't have this kind of. I don't know. Maybe this is just me. I just don't understand why you want to. I know a lot of people that smoke pot and they don't like drinking it. They like smoking pot. I know a lot of guys that drink that don't smoke pot. They don't want to smoke pot. They want to drink. So why fashion a beer all around the idea of people that smoke pot? You know what I mean? I'm listening to the soundtrack from Dawn of the Dead, 1978. It's boring beer. It's a boring beer. I got a little hedgerow weeds and very reminiscent to certain Belgian IPAs. If you guys have ever had anything like that, especially Day Rank 2X Bitter. There's not a lot going on in the beer. There's a nuance of if there's any fruit in this, it's a subtle nuance of a grapefruit, but very subtle because it's masked by everything else. It's not even very bombastic in those qualities either. Light breadiness going through there. Yeah. Yeah. I guess if you're fucking rocking a bong, you're not going to care what it tastes like. But at the same time, yeah, it's a boring ass beer. It's a boring ass beer. It's doing nothing for me. 6% alcohol by volume. It is easy to drink to that point, but you're left with all this nasty ass taste in your mouth because I hate that hedgerow weed taste. I hate 2X Bitter by Day Rank for that reason. And then you just breathe and burp all that. If you guys want to get a good hemp style beer, which that doesn't have the THC or whatever it's called, because I don't smoke it. It's called something. But honestly, from my experience being in the music industry for quite a long time, you get around people that are pretty high and they're smoking pot, and you get to smell it and hold it and sometimes sell it. But I didn't say I did, but I'm just saying. I would say Waldo's Special, I think it's Waldo's Special from Lagunitas, is probably the closest that I can come up with at the top of my head to get that kind of dankness, and with a lot of awesome other characters too, to really brighten up the experience and give you a good drinking experience. I think that's the number one thing about a beer. You should have a good drinking experience. I'm not having a good drinking experience. This is boring as fuck. So stop pandering to the lowest common denominator. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't know. It's just stupid. It's a waste of time and money, as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to give it a 5. It's not good. It's not bad. There you go. 5 out of 10. Yeah. Anyway, this has been Paul from PABrewNews. I'm going to come back with another review of Founder's Double Trouble, because I want to get the weird hedgerow weed taste out of my mouth. All right. Bye-bye. Watch that finger.